We're back out here on Oppisite Prime today.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done?
Did a few things. I made these little thingamajobs to cover up some holes because we had to take a brace out of the back of the sleeper here to make it to where the deck could slide in. Buddy Alan Everett got the Hydro Boost power steering done. What are you working on?
We are finally hooking up the main starter lead.
I've had the starter lead disconnected just for safety's sake, because I've had cars where you hook up the battery and the starter just starts going, and so it's always made me cautious of that. Or so we've just kept the positive off of there until now. Jared's been doing some final hookups on the wiring. There's obviously always still more to do on something like this, but we're gonna see if it starts today. And what else do we got? What else do we got? Oh, we had to get it on top dead center. It wasn't. I had a heck of a time. This 727 trans to the flex plate. So the flex plate on these Mopars is a little different than the Chevys. It has just 4 little tangs that go to your, what's the word I'm looking for?
Torque converter?
Torque converter. The torque converter has the ring gear for the starter, and so that's on the torque converter side, not on the flex plate. But the flex plate had 4 bolts, and they had to be clocked to one position. There wasn't a 180 kind of a deal that you could do with it, and it's kind of odd to me because there just isn't any weight to this flex plate because it doesn't even have the ring gear on it. So the balance and stuff, I don't know why they did that. But at any rate, I got it on the 4th try because there's 4 options. And so that's together. I made a little battery tie down. What else? What else? What else? Other side little emblem jobby. Still need to do a little adjustments to those. Just a little bit of wiring and this and that. Nothing really else. See if it starts. We do have fuel pressure. We checked. Got fuel pressure. Yeah. Fuel and spark, right? Checking the neutral park safety switch. Ready?
Alright.
Keep trying.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep. It doesn't look like it's spraying any fuel.
The fuel system is off of a donor truck. The donor truck had this rollback bed and this fuel injection on it. The fuel injection is like a fast carburetor replacement. Fast being the brand, not fast to put on. But it doesn't seem to be giving it fuel right now. A lot of times there's a little plunger on the end of the injector that can get stuck from not having fuel running through it, especially like an ethanol fuel that might gum it up. But we're going to give the fuel system a couple of checks here, and but it's cranking. That's one thing. Jared wanted to check the injectors. Both of them had a little bit of gunk on them. You can still see there's still a little bit on there. But we pushed down these little center parts, which is kind of what regulates the spray. Both these were stuck, so I'm kind kind of hopeful. These might have been the idle ones, and maybe those ones come in on secondary. His didn't seem to be so stuck, but we'll see what happens. With some diagnosis, we found that the fuse panel is set up to where it's not going to send power to the fuel pump during cranking. What we're doing right now is just using my starter button. That way we can turn the key to on, which has the fuel pump on, and the fuel injection on, which is also shutting off. That'll have it to where we can have the key on, powers everything up, and I can use my button to start it instead of using the ignition switch. So let's try that.
Are we gonna do what they say can't be done?